Ashley, our next guest is a Guinness World Record holder. It's pretty cool to be able to say that. During 2010, James Lawrence completed 22 Half Ironman events, also known as Ironman 70.3 events, to set the world record for most in a year, which you can easily find on the official Guinness website. This year, he's in hot pursuit of the world record for most full Ironman events completed in 1 year. And James moved one step closer to that after having just completed the World Championships in New York just 3 days ago, marking his whopping 18th full Ironman so far this year. 3 more this year will make 21 and set that new world record. But James isn't planning to stop there. He plans to complete a mind-boggling 30 full Ironman events by the end of 2012. He's returned home to Utah and has graciously agreed to spend some time with us tonight talking about ASEA. And, you know, when it comes to athletic performance, I can't think of anyone more qualified to speak on the practical merits of ASEA than Mr. James Lawrence. James, are you with us?
I am here. Thank you very much for that very kind introduction.
Well, thank you for spending some time with us. As an elite athlete, I'm going to take a wild guess here. I'm sure it's pretty safe to say that you get bombarded with every performance supplement under the sun that comes along. And what I want to know first is when you were approached with ASEA and you look at the back of that bottle, not knowing much about it, and you see the ingredients as salt and water, exactly how skeptical were you? And can you talk to us about the journey from skepticism to knowing that ASEA was real, something that you wanted to incorporate into your regimen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, early on, I came on with the company as a product user when I don't even know that they had opened their doors yet, and I was approached by a good friend of mine, and she's an NCAA basketball coach, and she knew what I was about to attempt as far as the world record attempts that I was going to do, and she just said, hey, this is something you've got to try. We're having tremendous success in some of the studies that we're doing, and I kind of looked at it and I scoffed and kind of said, no, thanks, I'm not really interested. And you're right, I do get approached with, everything under the sun. And she's like, I'll tell you what. She said, come down to the university and we'll hook you up to all of our VO2 machines and we'll put you through all of the tests. And then we'll have you come back. We'll put you on the product and then we'll have you come back and then we'll redo the exact same tests. And, I said, okay, I don't really have much to lose here. And I was absolutely shocked with the data that came back. I've said it in some of the interviews before, but it was pretty astonishing that I was able to put forth a greater effort, and my output or the energy I was giving out was lower, meaning my heart rate was lower, and I was able to go stronger and faster with less energy or effort. Which, for me, when I'm doing 10 to 12-hour days where I'm pushing at the maximum, that means a lot or the world to me in what I'm trying to accomplish.
Now, James, most of us on the line, there may be, without me knowing it, some other elite athletes or aspiring endurance athletes that may either already be experiencing races like the ones you do or may achieve that at some point in the future. But most of us exercise recreationally to stay healthy, that kind of thing, and really might not ever have an idea to know what that kind of race is like. And you've been able to experience that kind of race without ASEA, and now for the last 2.5 years or so with ASEA. Can you talk about the difference? What does it feel like to be out on a bike or you're running with and without?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I've been racing for about 10 years, and like you said, the last 2.5 years on the product. And I have to say I'm fearful to go off it, and I simply won't, only because I've since being on the product and doing these world records, when I'm out there and I'm surrounded by these other athletes, I've noticed how calm and almost easy it seems for me to hold the paces and do what I'm doing. And I oftentimes I'll look around and try to start up a conversation with someone, and they won't participate back because they're just labored breathing. And what's changed for me is I'm able to almost enjoy the day as I'm out there competing because my breathing and everything is so less labored, and I'm able to just process oxygen and be able to fuel my body in such a different manner.
That's really kind of almost a humorous image of you pulling up next to someone running or cycling and wanting to have small talk, and they're huffing and puffing. Awesome. You appeared in the Metabolites DVD, the new research that came out of the North Carolina Research Campus and Dr. Neiman's team. How important is it when that research showed that ASEA makes fat stores more readily available, much more readily available to the body without having to exercise for a long time to get them into the bloodstream? What kind of difference do you think that makes for an athlete to have that better fuel source right away?
Well, it means everything as far as the difference between being able to do what I'm doing comfortably and being able to be competitive and edge out those seconds that you need. When the studies came out and the results were kind of exposed to us, it answered a lot of questions as to why I was able to do what I'm doing at the level I was doing for the amount that I was doing. When I first started on this journey, I was told left and right that it can't be done, it's impossible, your body's going to break down. The human body can't do these types of things. And once that study came out, it was exactly what us as endurance athletes try to achieve. We try to get our bodies to fuel off of the fat stores, use less energy so that we can not have to consume as much calories and be more efficient out there. And that study just proved what I did and accomplished in 2010 and what it's allowing me to do, and prove the doubters wrong in 2012. I get told on a daily basis that what I'm doing is unexplainable, and it goes outside the norm of what people deem as possible. And so it's really heaven sent, the product, because I'm actually getting faster throughout the year. I did you mentioned I did my 18th race last weekend, and I have to correct you, it was the U.S. Championships, not the World Championships.
Okay.
But I posted the second fastest time of my year, and I'm in the middle of doing 16 Ironmans in 17 weeks, and I can't explain that.
Wow. Without ASEA, I don't think we could explain it.
Exactly.
Can you talk about what it's like for you? Not just, we talked about during the race. Talk about what it was like without ASEA before, between the races. Were you slumped over on the couch, totally crashed out with fatigue and trying to recover? Has the experience of recovery after a race changed?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing that we try to achieve as endurance athletes is we need to do a hard workout, recover as fast as possible, and then get out and do another hard workout, and repeat and repeat and repeat. And the faster you can recover and get back out there, the faster your body can adapt, make the changes, and improve. Well, with the ASEA product, I'm not only able to recover faster, but I'm able to go harder in my next workout because of it, which means I'm able to adapt quicker and be able to improve that much faster. And so I have 5 kids, and their ages between 3 and 9, and so 4 girls and a little boy. And the type of training intensity and racing that we do, I mean, most people are going to go home, and I'm also a coach, and so a lot of my athletes that aren't on the product yet, they'll get home, and the wives or husbands complain that they get home from a 6 or 7 hour bike ride and they're grumpy and they don't want to be with kids and family time. And I just have, I don't experience that same thing, and I can do these hard workouts and these long competitions and come home and be very present with my family. And to me, that means more than any world record or anything, is the ability for me to do what I do what I love, and then at the same time come home and be very present with my younger children who are very active and energetic.
That's awesome. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this question, because there's probably many people listening right now going, ask him how much he takes, ask him how much he takes. How much ASEA do you drink, and when? Because that's a question that a lot of people that excel athletically get probably over and over.
Yeah, I probably take more than I know I take more than what's taken on the bottle, and I just do so because I figure it can't hurt me. And if we're dealing with a product on the cellular level, and that's what we're trying to repair, I try to consume as much as I can.
Okay.
As a minimum, I will take 8 ounces in the morning and 8 ounces at night, and then in competition, I will take 8 ounces in the middle of a race. And so on race day, where I'm doing a 12-hour event, I'll take 8, 16, 24 ounces.
Right.
But on a normal day, I'll take 8 in the morning and 8 at night.
That's good to know. And last
which is
question,
a lot. Which is a lot. I could probably cut that.
But what you're doing is a lot too.
Yeah, I could probably cut that in half and have the same results. But at this point, it's what I've been doing has been working very, very well. And so in the middle of the record that I'm trying to make right now, I don't want to change things up too drastically. And so that's what's worked. That's how I broke the first world record, and I just want to keep doing the exact same thing.
So last question I've got for you. So what would you say to other athletes, be they elite athletes, aspiring elite athletes, or just recreational athletes, about adding ASEA to their routine? Do you see this as something that is going to spread over the next few years?
Absolutely. Because it doesn't show up or it's not illegal in any type of competition, and it does give you that edge. Everybody's looking for the magic potion to be able to work less and to have a higher output. And that's exactly what ASEA does, because it allows you to tap into, one, the extreme quickness of recovery, but two, the new study shows that it allows us to burn the fats more efficiently. And that's what, as competition, especially in endurance, one of the hardest, I call it the fourth element of triathlon and endurance racing, is nutrition. And if you can, minimize the amount of nutrition you have to take in because your body's metabolizing these fats in such a way, that's part of a huge puzzle that ASEA is solving for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, James. I know you just got back from the race in New York back to Utah. It's very kind of you to come on the line and spend some time with us and share your very unique insights with us.
Well, I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I just hope everyone listening has a fantastic evening.
We certainly will, and I tell you, we all wish you the best of luck, and I don't think there's any doubt that you're not only going to get the 21st, but that 30th one as well. So good luck, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Those of you who are listening right now, you have a few options. You can do nothing, and guess what? Nothing's going to change, whether it's the health side and or the financial side. You can try the product, which no matter what, I highly recommend that you do. And if you want to take it even further and learn how you can get involved and start sharing with other people and either earn your product for free, make a little bit extra money, or build something significant, get with the person who gave you this audio today. They will be more than happy to share with you how you can get involved in any level. And I want to acknowledge everyone for being on this call. Those of you who are listening right now, go make it a great day for yourself, make it a great day for someone else, and make it an awesome year as well.
My name is James Lawrence, and I'm an Ironman triathlete. This year I've set out on a quest to set the world record for the most half Ironmans done in a year. In order to accomplish my goal, I'm doing a half Ironman event every other week, sometimes weekly. There's one stretch where I have to do 7 half Ironmans in an 8-week stretch. I heard from a good friend and double NCAA basketball coach about the ASEA product, and she told me about what the product could do for me, and frankly I didn't believe the claims, but I trusted her, and so I went down to a sports clinic and I got tested. I ran on a treadmill at an incline, got all my ventilatory thresholds and heart rates tested, and then I went on the product for 6 weeks. Returned to the same clinical test, had it all done. I was able to run faster, at a steeper incline, at a lower heart rate. And tests don't lie and data doesn't mislead me, and so I knew instantly that this was going to be a very important product for me, something that I had to have in order for me to accomplish my goals and get through the year. And ASEA gives me the ability to not only recover quickly, but get in some pretty important training in between those weeks where without it I think I'd be laying on my back and unable to continue or compete. And so with the ASEA product, it allows me to recover quickly, get back on my feet, and just go out there and kill it again. Having been on ASEA and training with it, I wouldn't want to be without it. I think my performance would drop. I think I would be risking injury, and so I absolutely love it, and I want to stay on it forever.